Where are you, Pallavi?
Sir, can you see me?
Yeah, where are you now?
Sir, I'm in Abu Dhabi.
Where? You can unmute. Keep it unmute. Where are you now?
Sir, I'm from Abu Dhabi.
Okay. You have a ragam and talam and all that behind. You have a big piano there.
Music instrument.
And
Sorry, desktop.
and
Not moving.
and you are a Pallavi. Ragam Talam Pallavi. Have you seen that movie? There is a beautiful movie.
No, sir.
You must see all those movies. Ragam Talam Pallavi.
Yes, I'll see it. Dialogues.
Yeah. All music movies are wonderful. You are a Keralite, Pallavi?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen Mammooty's best music movie?
No, sir.
Hmm?
No, sir.
There is a Telugu movie in which Mammootty acted, and it demonstrates probably 6 ragas. The whole
Sir.
movie is to demonstrate a song with a different raga, same song in different raga.
Yes, sir. But I did not see the film, sir.
You don't know because you don't know Telugu also. It did not come in Malayalam. They wanted to make it in Malayalam, but they couldn't because the movie songs are so different and people cannot just imitate that.
I don't watch Telugu films, sir. That's why
But
I
for
did not.
but for music it worth. The movie is called Swati Kiranam. Jayanti, it's a beautiful movie.
Okay, sir, I'll see that. I'll definitely see.
No language barrier. The movie is called
Yes, yes.
Swati Kiranam.
Okay, Swati Kiran.
The beauty of the movie is
Okay.
it demonstrates a envying teacher,
Okay.
but so much love towards music. He has to admit his student is better than him, but his ego is not permitting him to.
Yes.
That is what is depicted. It
Okay.
beautifully acted by a great actor, but generally he doesn't act in such roles. He is a policeman and such heroes and all that, but this movie is entirely different.
I'll see that.
Yeah.
The storyline is really interesting because controlling ego is a very difficult task
So,
at times.
that- that has
So
to be
that-
seen by teachers,
yes,
so that you love some subject and you don't want somebody else to grow higher than you. There are a lot of professors like that, senior people.
yes, sir, it is there because difficult to because as everybody is a common human being and coming to the level of spiritualism and transcending ego is a very difficult task, and to become a self, pure self, is very. It takes maybe as Vedant speaks, 50 life is not 50 births. Also, you are unable to control your desires and ego. Probably,
I keep watching that and I keep asking my children to see that most of the time. Especially when I hear some students with some music interest, I will tell them.
and sir, philosophy and music also go like there are philosophers who works on music also, like Sapenar in West.
See,
When he had problems in life,
what is philosophy word in Sanskrit?
it is darshan.
Darshana Shastram. Darshana Shastram.
Shastra.
Darshanam can have enjoyment. Saundarya Shastram added to that.
Yes.
So
Yes,
literature and philosophy goes together.
Yes, sir.
Music is another enjoyment.
Yes.
Therefore, all that dance, drama, everything has got high philosophical touch.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Our heroine Yamini is in.
Where is she? Yes, yes. She has entered.
We can start. Namaste.
Yes.
Show your face and then start. You can. There are only very few people. Your video can be on. Harini always.
Yes.
I want your face, smiling face.
She's always having. Harini is always having smile face.
Yeah, she always smiles. You see how beautiful she is.
Yes, sweet face.
Yeah.
Transcending egos. No ego.
No ego.
Yes.
Sometimes she becomes very serious like this with a full ego.
Yes.
Yeah. Start, Yamini. You can ask questions.
Yes, Yamini, you can.
Sir, I wanted to know about pranic therapy only. You have talked about it in a lot of places.
See, energy in human. You know the aura, right?
Yes, sir.
Life force energy, aura. So, in the 5 koshas, what we have, the body is annamaya. You know the 5 kosha concepts?
Yes, sir. But you can please explain it again.
Yeah, annamaya. Annamaya is the body. If the annamaya, the pure body, if you dip it in Fevicol and take it out, I am sure there will be a layer around your body. The prana is such a cover for your body, which is stuck to your human physical body. So, Annamaya Kosha, around that, the Fevicol which I just explained, the gum which gets attached to that is prana. When prana goes, every cell will start degenerating. Soon after death, that is what happens. So, Pranamaya Kosha is what gives life to us, a consciousness to our cell. It has an attachment to the self, what we call is we. The prana has an attachment to the I. So Annamaya, Pranamaya. And around that is Manonmaya Kosham. Manas. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manonmaya Kosham. The Manas is outside the prana. That's how the cover. Then Vijnanamaya Kosham. Knowledge. Then Anandamaya Kosham. So, if Dr. TPS has life, then only I can have a mind to come on to webinar to talk to people. So, body is must. Then the second layer, prana is must. And then the manas is must. But there are hundreds and thousands of people who have body, prana and manas. But I am sure Yamini is asking this question because the next layer is present in me. Vijnanamaya Kosham. Correct? There are a lot of people with Anna, Prana, Mana, Vijnana. But they are not happy sharing it. That is Anandamaya Kosham. So the more Anandam you have in sharing, you will reach out to larger and larger people. Everyone has got this aura for the sustenance of life, keeping the manas, keeping the knowledge. For the selfish activity, it gets very close to your body, maximum 9 inch. But assume you are more and more, your aura can go in terms of feet. It can be 2 feet, 3 feet, it depends on the people. So a highly spiritual man is one who has got Anandamaya Kosham the highest. But only spiritual, you may just love to see him around, but you don't like to discuss with him something. He need to have a Vijnanam. Then you will start asking question. You will go beside him. You will consider him as someone whom you have to meet every time, talk to him. Even Vijnanam is not there. You have a emotional quotient very high. That is, Manonmaya Kosham is high. Maybe your relatives, parents, everybody shows the Manonmaya Kosham more. So that is also enough. But for all this, your prana and body is essential to catch them. Now assume you can hold it with you for longer time. It is not possible because it is only an energy. Energy doesn't stay with you. It will not hold it inside you or even outside you. You can see this as a macrocosm, as a whole body, it is around you. But this is also there in every cell. So in the microcosm level, it is there in every cell, which you call it as consciousness. And when it comes to body, it is called a life force energy or aura. So it is the same. There is no difference between the cell consciousness and the body consciousness. Each cell has consciousness, so it stays with my body. Otherwise, it will not stay with my body. It degenerates. So the prana is not there. The cell has no consciousness. Cell also gets degenerated. So this I can transfer from one person to another person if my frequency matches. Because energy is only a vibration. When we say light comes, what is coming? There is a glass cover and there is a filament inside. There is some gas inside and the glass cover will not permit anything to come out. But what is coming? We say when the switch is on, light is coming. What is coming? Nothing is coming. Nothing can come from the bulb to outside, right? Then how do we say light is coming? Many physics people also don't understand this basic concept. What is light coming means there is a white light, there is a red light, different lights are there. When you switch on that color comes. What is color coming? Actually, the vibration, the wavelength has got a frequency. That frequency will show you a specific color. That is why we call it as violet color, red color, green color, blue color. So what is it doing? When the filament burns, or maybe inside the bulb there is a halogen, that's a chemical. That chemical gets agitated, it throws some frequency outside, a vibration outside. So it's all electromagnetic energy. That electromagnetic energy, when it pushes the sunlight, there is nothing coming from the sun to earth. It is only a vibration. It's only a different frequency which vibrates so that it pushes the next layer of atom is getting energy. Therefore, that atom gets vibration. And every atom doesn't have an energy holding capacity because it has got a nucleus and electrons going around it with a very specific frequency. It cannot change its energy. Only very few elements have got such ability to hold it for some time. Have you ever seen such holding elements around you in your life? Anyone who has learned a little physics? Nobody has answer. It is there. It is there in everybody's house. When a normal bulb you switch on and switch off, or a tube light you switch on and switch off, immediately the light goes. But there are some bulbs, when you switch off also, it takes some time to, slowly the light goes. The radium is such, when you put a light there, it behaves like a light, though it doesn't have an emergence of light from that. It reflects and you feel that there is light inside that. So there are some elements where it can hold energy for some time. So the question is, earlier I said our aura, we cannot hold it. It keeps rotating. Sometimes the energy keeps on, it's like a flow inside your body. It doesn't stay stable, energy is not there, but there is a flow every time because of the vibration. Now, because I am a living body, I have got a consciousness with a lot of mananam, trial, lot of swadhyayam. I can increase my intelligence. With a lot of satsang, with nice people, I can change my emotional quotient. I can also become happy when I am with the happy people. Always I can show smiling face if I see all smiling faces. You cannot be a happy smiling person going into somebody's house when there is a death happening. Because everybody around you is crying. Automatically, though he is not known to you, no relation, you will not be able to control. You will also start weeping. That is because the energy around somebody else influences your energy. That's very clear. If Anandam level can, that's the first level. Anandam or Dukkham. Sukham or Dukkham. Similarly, when you are with an intelligent person, he can put his hand on your head and then say that you become intelligent 100 times. Definitely they will become intelligent. Because there is an energy flowing from the guru to the disciple. That is what is called Ashirvada. Instead of that, somebody can put a hand on the head and then say you will never become good. That is Shapa. That is called esoteric energy transfer, which was part of Indian tradition for long years. Somehow somebody learned this. People say that Christ learned this when he was in India, Himalaya. Tibetan people taught him this. That is why he could heal people. There are such traditions where energy can be transferred. Why? Because any physical body problem will come out as a physical problem only when that part of the body, the pranamaya, assume that you have a cut. That means the cut is that part of the Fevicol is cut. That is why the body is cut. So definitely the pranamaya got lost. That portion Vijnanam is caused. Assume that you have got some physical deficiency, probably your Manonmaya Kosham, Vijnanamaya Kosham, Anandamaya Kosham, everything will go. Because any disappearance of any part of this cell, the aura will affect your each and every part. Like Anandam will go. If you are not intelligent, you will sad. Actually, intelligence and sad has no relation, but they are related because it's a cover over one or the other one. And physically you are upset, your buddhi will not work because you are emotionally upset, your anandam will not be there, you have pain, all that is shown in every part of the body. That means every part is connected. So sometimes the physical body becomes stronger, your mind also becomes stronger. That's why sometimes you feel, yeah, today is a great day. Why? Because I had idli today. It was so tasty. So what food you eat has got a, Sharira Manaso Yoga Paraspara Manubrajet Adhara Adheya Bhavena Taptajya Kadayoriva. The body and the mind is related, body and the buddhi is related, body and the you are what you eat. Microbiotics or macrobiotics, that's a science. You are what you eat. Your character also will depend on the food what you eat. The character also will depend on where you are staying, which place you are staying, the environment around it. The physical structure of a person depends on the place where you stay. That is why Tibetan people are short, their eyes are very thin, because the environment outside also will influence. That means the energy outside has got an influence to your body, mind, intellect, anandam, everything. And in fact prana. Some people staying in some place, around some place, they have a longer life, some people have lesser life, shorter life, all this is possible. Or life itself, the energy is shown based on the energy around you. That means energy can be transferred, it can be created, it can be destroyed. Nothing is destroyed, but it can be transferred. Therefore, if I am an energy source, when some people sit beside me, automatically they will feel so comfortable. They will feel like sleeping on the lap. They will feel like crying. They will feel like opening up. They will feel like not talking about their problems. So there is some frequency match between those people. Assume that you get into a bus. You will first see which seat you have to take. Assume that every seat in the window rows side is already occupied. Then you will see who has to be my company, beside whom I should go and sit. Actually, what are you seeing? You are physically seeing them? No. Sometimes you feel so comfortable with not a beautiful person or a handsome person, but there is something which feels you make comfortable. But assume you are sitting somewhere, somebody comes and sits beside you, you will see, hey, I don't want this fellow. You don't know the person at all. But there is something which you don't like to be. You go to somebody's house, you feel so upset. It may be so comfortable, but so much of discomfort inside you. There is one driving on the road, I had a discussion on comfortably uncomfortable and uncomfortably comfortable. You can be physically uncomfortable, but you feel so happy, you are ready to adjust in anything. There are some houses where so well decorated, beautiful Raja like a palace seats, but no guests at all in their house. What for you are decorating it and putting it? For somebody to come and see that, right? Otherwise the whole decoration is waste. You are not anyway enjoying. It is not a comfortable seat to sit, but it looks so beautiful and you are expecting somebody to come, but nobody comes. There are houses where nobody comes. Why? Because the energy in that house is such, you feel so uncomfortable. So you can create such energy. You can see some people when they come to your house, you feel so energetic. When somebody comes, you feel so upset. I don't want this fellow has to go. That is just because there is a frequency difference in between your energy and their energy. So if I have got a good energy which has got a higher wavelength, lesser frequency. Higher wavelength means the wave goes like this. Frequency more means it vibrates too much. That vibrating too much is what Bhagavan Krishna said, dukkha, sukha, keep on vibrating. And the frequency is more, wavelength is more, frequency is very less. That means the wavelength is too large. They are sthita pratnas. Because they can adjust with anyone. Any other vibrating frequency can, because it's not very sharp vibrating. Yeah, I will adjust. Anybody comes with him, with her, yeah, I am cool. If somebody else comes, talk about some subject, I am very cool with them. Because I match with that frequency. That's why we say there is a chemistry between people. So there are some wavelength is too large, you can adjust with the most of the people. So generally, a spiritual person, a Atmiya Purusha is one whose frequency is much less and wavelength is high. So when wavelength is large, what will happen? The FM, frequency modulation. FM radio you have. FM radio can only get to 20 kilometer away, the diameter. Beyond that, that FM will not work. Delhi, Noida, there is a 90.4 with whom I used to work. So only in Noida it will come. You go to Mayur Vihar, it will not come. But what is AM? All India Radio has got AM only. It can reach from Delhi, it can come to Kerala. 3000 kilometers also it can go. So the frequency, assume that I have got a higher frequency, I will not reach further. I am totally vibrating person, upset all the time. That is what Bhagavan said, Dukkheshu Nitiknamana Sukheshu Vigataspruha Vida Raga Bhaya Krodha, all that is there. You are vibrating too much. Who is a Sthita Pratna? He has got a wavelength much higher. so he can reach larger. Krishna is such a with a great wave. He is AM. Arjuna was FM. So what he did, he converted that FM energy into AM energy. Augmented modulation. Change that frequency. So that frequency change is possible when I transfer energy to somebody else. So a human body has got a 9-inch aura. I can put my hand. I means Dr. TPS can put my hand and then move on top of your aura without touching your body. Seeing a person probably sometime, not all the time, sometime I will see the aura around them. Have you seen all the gods have got a light put around them? That is to show that their energy is spreading like that. My guru had 3-4 feet of aura. So when you go and closely 4 feet inside, your manas and his manas will interact and immediately he will say what is in your mind. Or whatever knowledge he has get transferred immediately. You don't have to learn what he learned. That transfer happens. But that may not stay with you because your frequency is not matching with his frequency. But that point of time you will learn so many things. So when somebody you spend a lot of time listening to somebody's audio, looking at him, talking to him, so much energy you get transferred, you get into his frequency. So transfer of knowledge becomes easier. This, like a flow, when I do it, I am not investing from my energy. I just get it from the universe, from the nature and transfer. That is called Reiki. Pranic healing is what I do my own ritualistic process of putting my energy and making my energy higher like a reservoir. What is the electricity flow? Electricity flow is only a transformer. It doesn't reserve energy. It collects from the main source and then start distributing. So Reiki is like an electricity transformer and a distribution system, whereas pranic healing is like a reservoir. It keeps energy and start pouring it when it really requires. So pranic healers are people with a lot of ritualistic activities wherein they develop an energy, and when somebody requires, maybe a patient, maybe a psychological problem person, maybe somebody who is need a counseling, somebody has got a depression, they will start giving energy to them. Generally it is done through almost like a hypnosis. Will make them to sleep or maybe make them to lie down, and then I transfer my energy to them. So there is nothing different from the Shapa or Ashirvada traditionally which we had, but this is more like the Shapa or Ashirvada is almost like a Ayurvedic treatment where it is not packed and given. When it got packed, there are few people who called it as pranic healing, somebody called it as Reiki and all that. So if you go into all that, that is called esoteric healing. Esoteric is something which you cannot explain. That, no, Guhyam. The Sanskrit word is Guhyam. In Bhagavad Gita, if you look at, there are many places he said Guhyataram, Guhyatamam. It is the most secret, top secret. In government and all, we have got a tag which gives secret, confidential and all that. The top secret is red file. So similarly, Bhagavad Gita, he keeps talking about the knowledge which I am giving is the top secret. Right? So these are esoteric, which people cannot understand that much. But I have gone through all these courses, academic interest. I have done my Reiki course in 1990, early 90s, maybe 30 years back. Then I went to a pranic healer to learn what is pranic healing. So I practiced that around some time. Then I learned hypnotism. And then I practiced that going to some hypnotist. So I am an agglomeration of all these academic. Then I have got a guru who has taught me what is esoteric. That is the time in 2002 I started writing a book on putting all this energy together, understanding what is energy, and that was in a cold store. Because I never published it, never even put it into one single file. Each chapter was a separate file. But writing book and publishing doesn't give me any credit, so I thought I just left it. But I have a practice of starting one blog and then put the title at least there. That is what I shared today. So today I was looking at my old files and I found that many are there. So I was looking at my old backups. I've got hundreds of such backups. So when somebody asks question, I will start dumping them together. So I think some 2-3 chapters I posted today in the first few chapters. But then I found that I have added many more there, but that is not edited. So it's a huge book. I remember nearly 300-page handwritten book was those times I didn't have computers. Right. So this is pranic healing is an energy healing in which I explained what is energy and its relationship with the tradition to this. That is what I called it as seedling, spiritual and esoteric energy dowsing and healing. What is dowsing? To understand somebody's energy, I must do a scanning. It is like a pathology. So I learned pathology in the energy concept. Along with me and my guru, we did a TV interview in one of the first Kerala TV Asianet. That was supposed to be a 10 minutes recording, but the cameraman and the producer got involved and the interviewer got involved. The 10-minute Suprabhadam, early morning before the news, they have a prime time to get as a guest and then talk. That 10-minute interview went for 2 hours. And therefore they telecasted it as 2 series of programs from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 2 days, 2 Sundays. So that is where the energy learning was with my guru, the esoteric one, pranic and all that is added together. So in fact, pranic, Reiki, Ashirvada, esoteric healing, energy healing, all of them conceptually it is same. It's like whether it is a paracetamol or a Desil. If you go to Herbo Mineral, it is Desil. If you go to English medicine, it is paracetamol. If you go to Ayurveda, it is Panikurka. So all of them content is almost the same. That's it. Good enough? Happy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if I wish to understand my own prana, how is that possible?
Yeah, there is a very simple mechanism. What you do is you generally to dry clothes and all that. Today we have a stand where we put the clothes. I am not talking about that. You know, traditionally we used to have a rope tying between 2 poles. Assume that you have a rope tied like that and then you are asked to go below that. Not intentionally, just like that while walking. Definitely your head will go little down. Though you know that the rope is not going to touch you. Everyone does it. Why people are doing it? Even 100 times you must have gone through that. You know that that wall, the chalk out, maybe the chalk out in the house when you have got a door, no? The chalk out, the frame will not touch you, still you will. Assume that somebody passes beside you and you just look. How much distance you are aware of you. You are not this physical body. There is a you beside you. Who is that life force energy? That you can feel it. With a good practice, you can measure it. Okay. Now hold your hand like this and then keep your hand like this and start pressing. You can see that at some point of time you feel so much of pressure. I am not talking about the physical clapping and touching and all that. You have to work very, very consciously. Then you will know, yeah, not here, but not here, not here. Yeah, here there is something which is, I am holding it. And that distance is the aura. That's how we do. When somebody comes, I just measure. Somebody holds their hand, I will put the hand and then say your aura is this much. That is one method. Second one, there is a dowsing rod. Using dowsing rod, you can see how much, where is it crossing. So from your body, how much is the distance, that much is your aura. There is an Egli wheel. I am giving you all the equipment's names. That's the next chapter which I have not posted. That's also posted in my chapter. Egli wheel is one wheel available. You can Google Egli wheel. You can Google trimeter. And you can also picturize. It is called Kirlian photography. You can take your picture, but that picture is not taken the full picture. You can take the picture of the thumb. So I remember when I did Reiki, they have done a Kirlian photography. Once the Kirlian photography is done, exactly where the prana is lost can be identified. If the prana is lost at the, you have to interpret this thumb as your body. That's must. Right? This thumb has to be. That is why in today's posture which I put a person sitting cross-legged. That cross-legged sitting person will be exactly the thumb. Your hand represents your body. Do you know this? What you can do is, this is called acupressure. Not acupuncture, acupressure. When you hold this hand, put it on a Xerox machine, folding these two hands like this, two fingers like this, the two central finger open, thumb like this, and put it on a Xerox machine and Xerox. I have done it for more than 100 people when I was doing research on this. And then take that picture, measure the aspect ratio, the ratio between this to this. Exactly, it will be the ratio between your head to body. Your hand, your navel to down, and from that to the body, to the head. All this ratio exactly matches with your hand. That's why people say you have your hand is your body. That is what it says. So your head to the leg to the navel, that ratio exactly matches with the body ratio with the hand. That is why we have, in every language there will be a general casual remark which says, in Malayalam we have, his hand is not good means he is not a good doctor if he is a doctor. അയാളുടെ കയ്യിൽ ഇരിപ്പ് ശരിയില്ല. That means his hand is not very pure. That means he is a cunning person. He has got a lot of punyam, wisdom, blessings in his hand. People say whatever he does becomes very good because his hand is good. Why? Because when you say hand, that represents your body. Now the Kirlian photography exactly works with the full hand. Kirlian photography is there. Kirlian photography with the thumb is also there. So when you take the thumb picture or hand picture, in palmistry also we divide the hand, this palm, into different chakras. And predict which disease the person will get. I am not talking about the normal disease, chronic disease, like not the epidemics and all that. Now assume that you have a severe knee problem. In the hand, these two fingers have to be crossed. So this is your leg. So you start pressing here, you will press the knee. Exactly, you will be able to press the knee. I remember when I go to northeast and all, the area is too ups and down. When some children will run, they will fall, their leg get twisted. Immediately somebody will come with a jeep, pick them up. I said, bring me that boy here. One press in your finger is good enough. I cannot press his leg. Maybe you have severe tummy problem. You feel like I must put my hand inside and rub so that I will feel happy. You cannot anyway do that. But you can get that feeling because these two are your legs and the center here is your tummy. So this represents your body. So wherever you want, you just rub here slightly, then you feel like you are rubbing inside your tummy. Now you see somebody else who are really deep sorrow. There is no point in saying, don't worry, yeah, I'm here. No, that will not work. You just hold their hand. This is the heart. So this is your heart. Hold the heart with the heart like this. Then you get their heartbeat. So when you hold like this, the heart touches the heart like this. You are holding their heart. With your heart, energy goes to them. Immediately they understand, yeah, they feel down, calm, quiet. But assume somebody is in full distress and you are much more distressed person, you hold their hand, both will collapse also. This works. You are very strong, you can hold somebody's. If somebody is beside you, start holding the hand like this, exactly you will get their heartbeat. Not getting heartbeat, you can transfer heartbeat. So this was traditionally done, like acupressure. The doctors will not test with all the pathological. I am from an Ayurvedic family. They will just touch the nerves here and they know whether your heartbeat is perfect or not. Right? Best is left. Hold in the left and then you will get. I used to teach the vibrations in the heartbeat to children. I did it in last year in Columbus. Almost this time I was conducting a camp. So they're all Westerners. I said Indian people know how to count heartbeat. And you don't, when you touch, you will also get your heartbeat attached to that. So there can be a confusion. So how do you count? You have got a small sticker sort of a mirror which is used for dresses, right? So there was one girl who had that dress. I pulled one from that and then pasted here. And then the sunlight was reflected onto the wall. Kept the hand there in the table, on the table, and the mirror, you can count the sunlight. Sunlight will start tilting, tick, 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 tick. It will start moving because the mirror is moving because of your heartbeat. This is a traditional method of counting heartbeat. Now you have pulse meter, oximeter and all that. All that is not required. Got it? So there are techniques, different techniques. So how do you get your aura measured? There are many methods. So I told you maybe 5-6 methods. Oximeter, trimeter, I mean not oximeter, trimeter, dowsing rod, pendulum can be used, hand can be used for measuring, and you can also get Egli wheel. There are few. And Krillin photography will, when you take the picture of the hand, it will tell you which are all the chakra sources, like where are all the concentration. That concentration, if there in Ajna chakra, it will show you a very specific color. There is a color Krillin photography. That's actually color coded by the photographer, but there is a densification happens with the frequency level. So you know he is a person who can take decisions very fast. Your solar plexus is not good, or maybe ground chakra is not good. All that can be seen from the picture of the Krillin photography. Suppose somebody's Krillin photography is too messy, not at all concentrated in these centers. That means he is like a confused person. His mind always vibrates. So all these, not just measuring your aura, the behavior pattern, everything can be picturized. Yeah. Any questions by anybody else also? Yamini always gets a lot of questions. Good, nice. Jayanti, Saurabh, Tambi, Preeta Tambi, Ashi Gupta.
So you were discussing about prior to this you were discussing about the about the nature of light as that vibration.
Yeah.
So there is a very very perennial debate that is about photon. That is what is that? I forgot the thing, the name. The particle and wave debate. So what are your views on that?
See,
The particle and wave, that whether the light.
I'll tell you, if somebody talks about atom is the smallest particle, I don't know whether you heard about ECG Sudarshan. He did lot of research on quark, smaller than atom particle. He was supposed to get a Nobel Prize for that. Unfortunately, he happened to be an Indian and he was in US. His students got Nobel Prizes. He used to tell where physics have no answer. He was in Math Science Institute. Both physics and mathematics was his subject. I remember hearing his lecture in 1980s. Great professor. ECG Sudarshan. Some of the interviews are there. Beautiful interviews on YouTube. Whatever names I refer, you can get into YouTube. But I have seen them personally getting interviewed. He says where most of the light particles and smaller particles, all that he studied. He says sometime where physics ends is where spirituality starts. The boundary is too small. So probably we will not be able to prove all this. There are a lot of allegations against Kirlian photography also. But assume that you go and take a picture and look at it, they will tell you which part of your body you had surgery. Maybe 10 years back which surgery had somewhere, definitely it will tell you. Now tell me, where do you say that no, if I press, your leg pain will go? I have treated a lot of people. You can yourself feel when you have got a tummy problem or back pain, you know how to rub. If you have a severe back pain, rub here. I am sure you know that you cannot put your hand and rub. When somebody has got a headache, I cannot rub their head. But you just rub here, you will know your head, you press. You will get your migraine treated. Just like that, press here. You know that these vibrations. If you put there are methods to treat directly also. I cannot put my hand inside your tongue for that. The direct method of treating is put your 2 fingers below the tongue. When you have a divider there, put in both hands and then put the thumb here and press and take a deep breath. You will get the vibrations here. That vibration is what is creating severe migraine headache. And I can control it through the breathing practices. Now I cannot put my hand in somebody's mouth. So what do? I do the same thing with the thumb. So this whole head represents, I am controlling the whole head from here to here. That I can control with this thumb. Which science will explain this? Only the energy science in our body can explain. What is the connection? These are all the nodes. I remember when we used to teach computer science, earlier we used to tell that the computer is like a human where you have got a brain which is the hard disk and all that. Now kids know more of computer and less of body. I used to tell them this is your hard disk, your manas is your software and all that. Otherwise how can we show manas? Which science will tell me manas? Tell me which science will tell me manas? Nobody can show manas. But we have in our traditional knowledge, everywhere we talk about mana. Where is manas? Show me. I keep asking only this question. You open up the computer and show me where is the software. Software is working. Yes, that is why computer is working. Now where is the software? Can you open the software, the computer and show me this is the software? That is programming, that is code. Therefore, manas is the code, that is the programming. You cannot show that it works. And it interacts with the input-output devices. So, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can neither be shown. Only if you have got that equipment which understands that frequency, you can know. There is energy around all place. And when it comes to my phone in that frequency, I am able to capture that because the BSNL frequency is different from Airtel and there is a chip there which decodes and then gets it. Where is it coming? It is coming in the air only. Am I able to see that? I am not able to see that. But that frequency, that can understand. Similarly, each one of us can understand. We don't have an equipment to show that. But somebody has seen an equipment, Krillin photography can show that. But he is not able to prove that. He is only able to show. The theoretical proof is different from what is showing practical is different. I know my mother loves me. If somebody asks me, show me that love, difficult. How she will show me the love? So everything cannot be seen because my eyes can only see optical region. 0.4 to 0.7 micrometer, everything is there, I can see. But some people can see it just above that frequency also. And such a frequency which I can see will be in a infrared, ultraviolet and different frequencies I will be able to see in a different scanner is there with me. Therefore, sometime I use a microwave, sometime I use a thermal, sometime I use a different frequency to measure and get whatever energy which I wanted to measure. So, what is optically seen is not the aura. But I have to show this. That is why I said Krillin photography will not be give you a color. It is only a coding done on the color. So to show that somebody makes it into a picture, they will put that color, maybe some light. Actually, that is not seen as light. It can be seen in different colors. Right? But when an equipment is prepared, he has to show that as a picture. When you take a X-ray, X-ray doesn't have this black and white because black and white is what we get in our print. In the negative or diapositive, what we get is black and white. But don't get an interpretation that X-ray is black and white. No. X-ray have got a different frequency. But for us to see, what we do a color coding. That is actually called false color coded image. Every image which you see which is not an optical region, which I wanted to show somebody else, I use a lookup table and that lookup table convert that into this. Today we have got thermal cameras to check whether somebody has got fever or not. How do thermal camera will give you a picture? It will give me a picture. Whoever has got fever will have a red face. If a violet face, little less. Maybe yellow face, something else. Green, a clean man, normal temperature. Sea surface temperature. Measurement for identifying where fish is available in the sea. We use satellite image. But then the picture will be given a different color because somebody has to understand that color. Thermal camera doesn't show colors because the region is thermal band. Wavelength is different. 0.4 to 0.7 you have got VIBGYOR, different colors. Outside that you don't have color. So what is seen as a photon which is represented in an aura is not in white color. It is not between 0.4 to 0.7. It's only a depiction. Yeah.
I can study my mind. Can I study others' mind also?
It all depends. See, don't give a clean sheet to everybody. Every time, everywhere, every time, everybody may not be able to do that. But for some people, some fraction of second, somebody's you can. If you have practice, probably you will get that ability to get into for longer time for many number of people also. There are some instances. That's why I told you, when I finished this book only, Seedling book, as I met my guru, he started explaining what I wrote in my book, which chapter I am writing. So he is able to see what is in my mind during that time.
So do you believe in law of karma? It's a very important.
Actually, that law of karma is what I do today, how does it reflect tomorrow?
Okay.
My tomorrow is, today is 21st, tomorrow is 22nd, not next Janma. Every day we take birth and every day we die. That is why we say 7 Janmas, because we have only Monday to Sunday.
Pandit.
It goes into cycle. And we only remember few things in the last 3 janma and next 3 janma. We only plan for 3 days ahead and remember. Otherwise, you have to keep. See how much new knowledge we gather every day. 99% of the thoughts are yesterday's thoughts only. 1% extra you are adding, that is a great thing, for which you have to read a lot, you have to discuss a lot, you have to think a lot, you need a good satsang, you have to communicate a lot. Such creative people will always see. Now what I am talking to you is 18 years old knowledge. Probably must have referred here and there sometime, that's it. I am never using it also, but I am 100% sure now, assume, yeah, I will be able to use it at the right time, at the right place. So we have previous janma, what I have done maybe 18 years back, I still remember, na? So if you extend that after 180 years also, I will be able to remember. If my janma goes into some other janma, then probably I will be able to remember that. That is the past janma and this janma. What is the guarantee my whole janma as it is, this whole energy, maybe in a new cell will get into somebody's garbham and then I get a new birth. There may be a dilution which happens. Some other, we have every cell with a consciousness of millions of animals within us. Whatever cell every animal has got, a scorpion has got, a worm has got, a snake has got, a lion has got, all that cell and that consciousness also we have in our body. That's why sometimes we show that character of something else. When somebody gets angry, you will say, don't bark like a dog and all that. Why? Because the dog nature will come out.
Yes, yes.
Correct? So that keeps changing based on the situations. I did a beautiful research during my MSc time, 1986, 84, 86. I asked all my friends to get their parents, we were all around 20. That means their parents would have got married 22 years back. Maybe somebody 30 years back also. They may be the youngest. My parents were not even alive. So maybe they would have got married 60 years back. I asked them if they have their photographs before marriage or at the time of marriage. Right? And the present pictures. So I want 2 pictures. One is during the marriage and maybe after 25-30 years of wedded life together. And then what I did was I cut all those pictures and mixed them together. And then asked people to make pairs. Pick up somebody's picture and identify the boy and girl and match. We found that when it happened, the people who had a long wedded years together, easily they could match. But during the marriage, whatever picture came, they were never matching. That means your physical shape also can change with the people with whom you are. See, when I go and see small babies, as they take birth, the infants have no shape of neither the father or mother, not even neighbors. They doesn't look like anybody. But I keep saying, this kid looks like, then somebody will say, this kid like my father, like a father, like a mother. I said, no. You keep loving the child maximum, that person who loves will get that shape. The child will get the shape of the person who is loving the maximum. If a child has got the shape of mother, immediately I will look at them, I will say that, yeah, you love your mother loves you. More than father. Yes, sir, how do you know? The matches, shape matches. The more acquaintance you have, their physical shape also will change. 100% sure. Let Harini stay with me for 10 years, her shape will totally change. Got it? So there is an influence. That is why traditionally earlier when people were staying together, everybody looks like almost same. But today you will see the siblings all are different, parents are also looking different. That is because they are away for 30 years. 20 years you are away. Especially the change happens during the early childhood. So this is karma. What is karma? The shape changes, the mind changes, the buddhi changes, the anandam changes, Therefore, your activity also will change. Karma is not eating, cooking, teaching, taking care of children. Karma is what you do extra other than your normal duties inside your family is not considered as karma. What do you do for others? Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyabi dehina santosham jadet. When you do that, definitely your aura will have a change. That will also influence the other people. You will also get influenced. That will be stabilized inside you. Therefore, your prana will look for a stabilized aura, will look for a new life with the same body or same consciousness.
Relating to your answer, this is very personal question, that how do you manage your personal and professional, both professional?
See,
and
I have no job. I am a retired person.
no, personal life and professional life.
Now the lecture was happening. My eldest brother called me. My both sons, one is in Europe and one is in America, and they were coming on a call and they called me. So I have to suspend that. Sometime when you spend some time for somebody else, definitely your time in the family will get suffering. 100% will happen. I never say that what time I want. When Yamini asked, I said, you tell me your time. I am ready to adjust. Because 24 hours I am free. Not even now. Even in office I was like that. Maybe in government office nobody goes to office prior to the time. I go early. We in Department of Space, we have got a cabin size according to your position. When I started my office, I started a new program in my office. I said I don't require cabin. We will all sit together in the... And we had only a big hall. Maybe first person in Department of Space, when they do, where somebody said, no, I don't want a cabin, we will sit together, and only one big hall, everybody was sitting together. So, what advantage is what? Even I keep saying, my presence is felt, my absence is also felt. If my absence is felt, 100% sure my presence is felt. So during those days, I used to write my LLB exam. 6 days I don't go to office, immediately my attender will call, sir, we are missing you 6 days. Why can't you come and go for the exam? We want to see you once. You understood? That means we stay in their life. So what will happen? Whatever I am supposed to do, they know what I expect them to do. So you don't require, the boss is not required there. So you can give a job to somebody else. You don't even have to give, they will take it by themselves. I've got a great experience of meeting with my guru, Himalayan master Swami Vedabharati. He was conducting a conference and the conference was almost in set. One day he had sent a message. I was in Delhi. He wanted me in Rishikesh to supervise the conference, how the arrangements are happening. Actually, those days I am not supposed to travel that often to somebody else where abroad people are there. I am not supposed to interact with any foreign people. So I said, I cannot come. These are my official problems. He said, I told what I want. You consider me as guru, then yeah, decide what you want. Not directly, indirectly, he made somebody else to send that message. I did not think about what will happen if I go and meet somebody, a foreigner there. Actually, that's a I had only Prime Minister's close advisor who was a great friend of mine. I said, I am going, don't tell anybody. You are permitted orally. He did not permit, but I told him you permitted orally and I left. He was also spiritually interested. We used to have satsangs. So I went there. Morning I reached. Always I keep a pad and paper pen with me. Even the lectures. If I get some new, I have to write that. Learn. So I did all that activities planned. And then evening I was sitting with him to brief him what happened, because everything I have written down as a good boy. I want to tell him this I checked, everything is perfect. He said we will meet during dinner. And I had my train at 9 o'clock. He used to have early dinner 7 o'clock. So I know 2 hours dinner will not be there. So I can escape. So during the dinner I can explain to you. So as we were sitting, I started explaining. He said, this chapati, the cost of this chapati which you are eating. He said, during dinner, you should talk only about the dinner, nothing else. You know the cost of this chapati, he asked me. I said, maybe because he asked it, I know that it must be little more costlier than the normal one. I said, maybe 100 rupees. No, this cost 3000 rupees. This is made of lotus seeds. And I'm sure in your life you must have never had a lotus seeds chapati. And these are all important given by my disciples. Don't miss this enjoyment now. Understood what I'm saying? We miss a precious enjoyment. And at the end he said, see, I know you have done all this. You don't have to brief and tell me that what you have done. Because I know you will do it, I called you. So briefing, reporting, telling that I have done is not required. You do it, that's good enough for me. I have got wonderful good students. I don't even ask them what you did. I take it for granted they have done. Who will report? Today in academic situation, everybody want reporting. Why do you want report? Because you don't trust them, right? Yes. You will keep asking, have you understood? Why do you ask, have you understood? Because you have a doubt. If you are a good teacher, you need not ask. If the student is good, you need not ask. Why parents ask such questions? This is the problem. So you should have trust. When there is trust, you don't even have to tell. If you don't have trust, you will have to remind them. I love you, Harini, I love you. Why do I say I love you? Because I have a doubt or she has a doubt. Correct? If you taken for granted, why should I tell this? It's understood. So, the bondage is entirely different. Relationships are different. If that is understood perfectly, you don't require to spend too much of time. Less time is good enough. Nimisham Chulitam Sreyam Nadu Dhumayitum Chiram. Heard this? Great saying. Nimisham Julitam Sreyam. I am interacting with you. How much time we have spent, Jayanti, together? Probably 4 hours maximum. But I am sure you understand me perfectly. Correct? Nimisham Jolitam Sreyam. When we are there, the communication happens normally. We understand each other, the frequency matches. No need to check each other. Nimisham Jolitam Sreyam. The Jwala is there, the Prabha is there. Show that. Nadu Dhuma Yitum Chiram. Don't put inside that and then start. Smoke is only coming. Fire is there, but where is it? It's not showing. Only smoke is coming. Where is fire? It is inside. No, that should not happen. It should be very, very little time, but show that. That's good enough. Then take it for granted. Yeah, this person is with me. I can talk to him. I understand. If that relationship is built, you don't require too much time with many people. It's taken for granted.
Thank you so much, sir. It's not a very simple, yes.
I don't even remember seeing my father. I lost my father when I was 4 years old. But maybe some stories here and there my mother told. That's good enough to have a great respect. It's not the time which matters which we spend, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, true, sir. True, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Because I was thinking that sometime and other I'll ask you many life-related questions, maybe another time. So you have cleared many things, many of my problems we are used.
It is not too much of time nagging, complaining, keep on, no, unnecessary things. I don't think that's all not required. One touch is good enough. 1 minute manager carries monkeys on his shoulders. There's a beautiful book on management. Right? All the attenders, probably I left 10 years back. Those people who worked with me, everybody remembers me because it's one touch. Yeah, they understand. Yeah, sir, no, he was very close to me. What close? Nothing. We must have just touched their back. I said in government, what I can give? I cannot give you 1 rupee extra salary. Is it possible? I cannot increase anybody's salary. What I can do is only one pat. That's enough. See, in my classes, you must see my induction training programs in some of the colleges. Nearly 10% of students will come to the stage and cry. All their problems, they will cry. I don't want this to study. This history is not what I wanted. I wanted chemistry. What should I do, sir? in front of 700 students, they will come onto stage and cry like this. Got it? So we need to give some answer to them. They feel happy. And somebody comes back to me maybe after 10 years, 15 years. That is because they carry, Sometime when a radio program comes, that day I get 500, 600 calls and I decide I will send a answer to all of them, then only I'll sleep. Maybe these fingers and hands, Harini knows when I come to her house, when I stay in Dubai, as I enter, like mustard, when you put the avalu, when you put inside that, it starts creating sound will come. And I keep all that. Maybe a lack of contacts here. Answer them as now I am handling 60 children. Each one of them chat with me. Only sometime I take liberty of Harini telling that I am slightly busy, don't disturb me now. Except to that close person, and probably I am telling that because I want her to research. Otherwise I will give answer immediately. I am delaying it so that they will take their own interest and then research themselves and find some answers. And that is simple, because she will ask a question, I will only say that this video, there is an answer for that. Because I have seen all this. So relating that and connecting and all becomes easier. So if you are smart, you require only less time. Otherwise, you want to clean a place, you can keep on rubbing. If you are smart, you will use the nice chemical for that purpose and then clean it, right? So you should know what to use, where, when, how, so that it becomes clean. And some people have got this problem of cleaning the house, like they get, without clean, I am not happy, like that. A house has to be neat enough to be healthy and untidy enough to be happy. If children cannot play with the items and throw here and there and make that wall dirty, what is the childishness they have? So they should feel happy doing all that, Right. And a mother is so interested in cleaning a house. How can I make my mother happy? Because once she cleans, everything is clean, she will lose no job afterwards. So somebody has to be there to make it untidy so that mother enjoys cleaning it all the time. But what is that lacking sometimes? Yeah, you are very good. You are cleaning all that. One word is good enough. They feel how happy. Correct? To recognize the job is what is essential. If you do that, no problem.
Yes.
Now my wife is quarantined because the director had COVID and she is deputy working in the same office. So I cook. I clean the house, servant maid is not coming, so I have to do all that homework. I'm a good cook, not a good cook, but I love cooking.
That's good, sir.
I love cooking, and then I make dosha, chutney, sambar, all that varieties of items and then feed perfectly, so I enjoy.
That is good. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So balance is more essential.
Yes, balance.
Right.
Any other?
I had a doubt. Does this mind control, so is this related to interaction of aura and all?
Yeah, because mind is part of aura, definitely it will have. Mind control and mind management. Dr. TPS, you search, you will get a 1 hour lecture, exact 1 hour, with a bell time. Because I used to teach in Vivekananda Institute for Human Excellence. There are different topics. One of the topic was mind management, mind control. Then they call it time management, but though I call it activity management, personality development, the power of positive thinking, so many different leadership qualities, interpersonal relationships, communication skill. Many 1 hour lecture. Oh, it's only audio, so I mixed with some pictures and then made I have to edit all this. You are seeing I am posting all the video. For each 1 hour lecture, I have to spend another 4 hours or 5 hours to edit that. And I am not using licensed version, so sometimes it fails. So I will have to redo that. Yesterday, what I did for the children, it had 7 plus 7, 14 GB data, which I have to process, you can imagine. And I posted today.
Yes.
And every day I will post one video. For the last, from COVID or before that itself, every day there will be one program which I post. And I am also processing my guru's friends Vishnu Sahasranamam Malayalam explanation. Because when I edit that, I will also listen to him. He's a great speaker. Every day one Namam. Maybe 2-3 sometime. So 1000 will go, maybe 500 days he will have to. Now the 53 days, 54 days are over. I am processing all that parallel. There are many things happening.
Yes, sir, I know that well.
Can objects be controlled through aura?
There are some experiments done by Deepak Chopra and all that. There are people who did this with self-controlled weight and such things. Anima mahima chaiva lekhima garima tada ishitvam cha vashitvam cha prapti pragashyameva cha. Your own weight you can change. And you can control the other weight also. I can lift somebody with a heavy person also, and if they permit, that means they can control their weight, I can also control my weight. My abilities can be changed. Anima mahima, I can become smaller or bigger. Lekhima garima, I can become less weight or more weight. Ishitvam vashitvam, I can control somebody and then make them to surrender to me. I can also surrender to somebody else. That means I can control my ego. That is why Vivekananda could capture a lot of people under his control, but he also surrendered to Ramakrishna. So both ability. This is called Manimadishta Siddhigal. Manimadishta Siddhi. That is possible. So good enough? Yamini, you have anything more?
Sir, can you tell me about how energy works in mantra japa?
How?
Energy works in mantra japa.
Mantra japam, repetition. Yeah. Anything which a frequency which comes with the sound. I told you that yesterday or the other day when we were describing, I said that frequency can create a geometry. So when you keep repeating a mantra, definitely it changes the vibration of aura around me. That has got an immediate effect. When we measure aura with pendulum or maybe Y rod or maybe L rod or maybe trimeter, you keep that in front of you, start chanting mantra, you will see that meter deflects. When you go to a temple, they will give you little bit of water and say this is tirtha. In some temple, people will be in big queue for getting one drop of that water. You know where that water is collected from? Outside there may be a pipe or a well or a pond. As it goes inside the temple and comes out, how that becomes so precious? There were people done experiment on the energy level which is in water. They found that because in the Sanctum Sanctorum with all the mantras what he chants can change the energy level inside the water. That is exactly the energized water. Lord Shiva's temple, if you have got tummy problem, you give a banana and then ask them to do puja inside and then get back and then eat, your stomach pain will go. There are belief. How does it work? It works because when he chants mantra, he changes the energy of the material around him. Puta Suryasya Rashmibihi. I call that Surya Rashmi, the sun energy, come to the water and change the energy of this water. That is what he chants first. Agamartantu gamananam. Agamartantu devanam gamanartantu rakshasam. Let the God come here and then all the rakshasa disappear from here. When he chants, if the priest has got that energy to call that good energy here, he can change. Now this has got a energy which capture signal, but I can jam it for some time at least. I can create an energy around it, my phone will not ring for some time. I can say that no, Agamartantu, Gamanartantu, and then chant mantras related to that, it changes. What is that aura expansion happens? Om Burbhuvassuhattat Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Every priest is supposed to chant this thousands and thousands of times in his life, so that he becomes an energized person where he can give Ashirvata and Shapa. So, your number of repetitions with the good frequency can change a lot of things inside your aura. That is why mantra is used for healing. Mantra is used for, we remember when childhood and all, when we get bad dreams, my mother used to chant some mantra and say, shuf, 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 then we have a good sleep. It also probably a psychological impact. Yeah, somebody is there with me to take care, that feeling. But there are a lot of, when you get to hear to nice music, don't you feel happy? When you listen to a music with a different tone, you will feel so sad. When there is a jazz music, probably jazz music or something, you will start jumping and dancing. So that means a frequency can change your vibrations. It can make you to jump. It can also make you to sleep. A nice flute is flowing and then somebody will start dancing saying that, yeah, beautiful flute. You can only sleep, right? That's why for meditation such music is used. That means in your vibration inside you can change with the sound vibrations. It's very evident. Yeah.
But sir, it is said that if you do not recite the mantra properly, like proper pronunciation, then it has also a negative effect.
See that, yeah, if the greatest pujari also at the end, he will chant Mandrahinam, Kriyahinam, Bhaktihinam, Paripurnam Tadastude. Every mistake what I did is yours. Every greatest pujari also does this. Why? And assume that somebody has to learn Vishnu Sahasranamam. Do you think my pronunciation will be very good in the first learning stage? How do I learn? Okay, now tell me. The way I chant mantra, I remember my guru used to keep me very closely. Mahamandaleshwar Swami Vedabharati. He says, your chanting is so wonderful. I said, thank you to my guru who taught me this. He says, these North Indian people have got a different style. My English is good. No, my English is not good. I am sure a Britisher will tell my English is bad. A Britisher will tell American English is bad. American people will say British English is bad. The pronunciation also changes. In Andhra, when they do puja, Om Burbhuvaswa Duvaswa, Nuna ekkadandi meer endukandi ikkada raaledu. In between he will talk to his friends also. He is asking where is fire, where is that wick, where is lamp, where is water, all that question he will ask to his subordinates. But in Kerala, when they chant mantra, they don't talk to anybody. They keep silent, no loudspeaker for mantras. Mantra is bananam, inside only. But for a temple to give publicity, they put in the loudspeaker and then start chanting, the full of mistakes. Got it? How many people know how to chant Om Bhurbhuvaswahat Tat Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo?
Na prachodayat.
Yeah, Na Prachodayat. Please don't enlighten me. Na Prachodayat.
Na prachodayat.
No, Na Prachodayat means enlighten. Na Prachodayat means don't enlighten me.
Okay.
Naha Prajodaya.
Dhiyo Yo Na.
Na prachodayat.
Dhiyo Yo Na. Stop there. Then Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yo Na. Inside me. If you put that na the other end, it goes. So it can happen. God is nowhere, God is now here.
Yes, sir.
God is nowhere. The W you put to NO, it becomes now here. So it's only small difference of pronunciation, the speed in which you speak. It can happen. But it is much better than not doing anything now. Because I can correct sometime. In my childhood, I have learned Madhrum Memadagada Bhakti Mahesha Prana Maharudhi Meheladum Radum Ralokavati He Chanam Nardini Nisheshi Kritarta Bija Dedu Sumbhava Gesum Badam Srinamaraja. If I write down this, I will see hundreds of mistakes in that. But because of my mother taught me what is inside that Sankalpa is more important. There is a great story. There is a great devotee of Lord Krishna in Guruvayur. And instead of telling Amara Prabhu, Amaram is staying throughout, infinite time. Amara Prabhu. One of the name of Lord Krishna is Amara Prabhu. He is a Prabhu for infinite period of time. Sanatana. Amara Prabhu. By mistake, he chanted it as Mara Prabhu. Maram is tree. And there was Bhattadripad who made fun of him. You don't know how to pronounce. And when Bhattadri went to his house, the tree itself became like a god, Lord Krishna. To teach that egoistic Pandit, I am also a Maraprabhu, what this person chanted is perfectly correct. So in Guruvayur temple, there is a big statue created in the form of a tree. Krishna in the form of a tree. To justify what this innocent Bhakta told is much better than an egoistic Pandit chanting it perfectly. So mistakes are always permitted. Otherwise, how do my children will learn? Do you think they can pronounce perfectly? They have to learn. While learning, a small child chanting, they will make lot of mistakes. No problem. But as you grow, you must reach from LKG to KG to PG. If you reach from KG to PG in Bhakti, you are a beautiful person. That's it. But even at the time you have a chance to learn, you don't learn, then that is not correct. Age-wise is not what it is. I started getting to my Guru, learning this when I am around 40 only. 30, 32. That is the age when I met my Guru. So naturally, he corrected a lot of things.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Good enough?
Yamini?
Yamini is happy? She is the...
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, ask. No. Yeah?
I'll ask you, sir.
Yeah, Yamini, ask.
Okay.
No, you muted. Yamini is muted. Yeah,
Yes, can you hear me, sir?
yeah, now I can.
Yes, so I was asking that when we do mantra jap, so sometimes a lot of thoughts come,
Yeah.
and we are doing the mantra jap, but internally we are thinking about other things.
Yeah.
So it happens in meditation also.
That means you are not meditating. You are showing that you are meditating to somebody else. Actually, you are not meditating. This I hear from many people. I correct that also. Many people are pretending meditating. Actually, meditation is not a time tag which says 10 minutes I meditated.
Yes, but how to correct that, sir? Like sometimes we don't even know that this happened.
Yeah, nothing. If you don't know that it happened, there is nothing wrong. Only thing you start thinking about it happens. What happened was the samadhi stage. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana. Up to that somebody can guide you. Dhyanam and samadhi has to be attained by yourself. I never teach samadhi or dhyana. I will only teach up to dharana. Focusing and concentration I can teach. But then there were people who has been put onto electroencephalograph to check whether they are able to do dhyana. The time they are conscious that somebody is measuring, they will lose their dhyana. Because that consciousness cannot be kept away from you. Nothing wrong. Don't think that that is a bad state. You understood? That's why I said last time also, when Ramakrishna is going to put garlands to Devi, he is aware that he is going to Devi, because that time Dharana has not come. When he reached very close to Devi, Dharana came and Dhyana also came. It is not intentional. If he knew that I am going to meditate, why he should go there at all? He will have sat there. He wanted to get into Dharana, he gets closer. Unknowingly you do it. Intentionally should not get into meditation. That's actually waste of time. That is good. You are taking rest, closing your eyes, sitting somewhere, taking rest. But that rest, don't call it as meditation. That is all pretension actually. And even I am telling, if there are a lot of people guest in your house and you show that no, Om Bhurbhuvasvaha, I am doing puja, their concentration is actually useless. You cannot do that. You are only showing to somebody else. I keep telling the pujari who does puja, ekachame, trishashchame, panchachame, saptachame, namachame, ekachame, triyosame. He is chanting like this in front of the God. But you know what goes in his mind? Today I don't know how many people will come into the queue and then how much money I can get so that my electricity bill of 240 rupees can be paid. If I don't go back into my house with the money, my wife will scold me. This is what going around him in his mind. This keeps happening. You cannot help it, because that's why traditionally people said they have to be brahmacharis. These are not prescribed for grihasthasramis. See, when you get angry with your husband, Jayanti cannot go and then start meditating him. Finished. Actually acting only. There is a great guru who gave a beautiful technique for stop fighting at house. You know what?
What is that, sir?
Yeah, that I'll tell you. Is interested. The guru gave a great message. You chant this mantra when the husband comes and scolds you or fight. So the husband comes with the fighting WW of normal style. The wife started chanting mantra. No reactions in the face. If there is no reaction on the other side, how long you can continue scolding? He got tired.
Sir, what is that mantra? What was
Anything is good enough.
that mantra?
Keeping silence is the best method sometimes.
Okay.
So the husband went to Guru and asked, what is that mantra? He said, nothing, keep quiet, that's it. The other fellow will lose their interest. Fighting becomes interesting only when the opponent is also ready to fight with us. Otherwise, how long you will hit?
Yes, yes.
Correct.
That is true.
What is dharana, sir?
Dharana is focusing.
How can we learn that?
Yeah, that dharana will come. Assume that you love somebody. You have got some very specific color, some specific light, specific music, maybe some picture of somebody else. Then you keep your focus inside that. That's focus. So when you focus that, automatically you are away from the other rest of the things. So what you should learn is dharana. And dharana can be, when I start chanting Om itself, my vibrations of Om will come. I am into a black world. Probably if that day I spoke to my guru, or maybe I am thinking about my guru, that goes into his feet. Maybe somebody, if it can be Krishna. For somebody else, it can be somebody else. It all depends on who is your dharana. Maybe nothing else is there, you can also focus on some. That is why sometimes dharana can be got into looking at aquarium. You are seeing small fish moving, your pressure will come down. Automatically you keep enjoying. But that time don't think of eating it, frying and eating. Finished. So just enjoy that movement. That can be a breeze, that can be a music. That's why some people use the flute, some people use music. Right. That's good enough. You are not looking at the meaning of that and raga and that what mistake that Yeshudas made in pronunciation. All that don't think. Just be with that. That's more important. So that dharana when you get, you fall into dhyana. Don't jump into dhyana. There is a difference, understood? See, that immediate best thing could be you think yourself as a small child sleeping on your mother's lap, and then keep looking at you as a body, a small child, and you stay away from your body and look at your body. That's a beautiful imagination which I enjoy. I'll be a small child in my mother's lap and then get away, and I am looking at me as a body sleeping on my mother's lap. Immediately you get into dhyana. For everyone it could be different. I am telling the way I do. Got it? So everyone will have their own role models, right?
This is the difference between Dhyan and Samadhi.
Yeah, Samadhi, Dhyanam, you have some thoughts focused and you get into that slip. It is the difference is only you are falling in water and dipping in water. Once you dip in water, you are not existing. You are gone. Only the breath happens and the biological activity inside your body happens. But Dhyanam, your eyes can be open. You are seeing something, but nothing is processed. You are hearing something, but nothing is processed. But in Samadhi, what will happen? Your Indriyas also will be shut. You are hearing, no seeing. Somebody touches you, you may not even know. So therefore, somebody cannot say, yeah, I have to meditate 10 minutes. I'll come back in 10 minutes. I have attended to many type of meditations, going and seeing this rubbish thing which they do there. That's why I'm saying. Even in US, there are a lot of people who, under different names they practice. I attend everything. People keep asking, why are you going there? Just to see what is that they are doing. I don't comment, I don't speak, I will just come back. Yeah, let them enjoy the way they are. No problem. That's it. But they are doing something which others are not doing, right? But sometime they will understand it. So I have got few lectures in US itself on meditation. You can, all of them are there. Meditation, Dr. TPS. And though I named it meditation, it is not meditation. It's only controlling the prana. That also you can see. So meditation, Dr. TPS, if you say, there is a air control inside your body which cleanses your body. Automatically that cleansing and then passing the air inside your body, the consciousness of air passing in your body, the prana moving inside your body will drop you from the other world to the inside world. Going inside is actually dharana. From the external you go inside, that is dharana. So that will make you to focus in the air flow itself. That's the best thing or easiest thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had another question.
Yeah.
They say when you eat something looking at a mirror, you feel like you ate double of what you ate.
Then some psychological problem.
So is this like related to energy?
Then I think every hotel people will not keep a mirror in the hotels, right? Because they want to make people to eat more. These are all, see, somebody keeps saying, then I don't think there is anything like that. These are all psychological. For everybody it will not be there. For some people, seeing that eating is actually not good, so they stop eating faster. They are almost like a fox. They don't want to eat in front of somebody else. But there are people who are like a cat. They will always eat. There are people like a dog. They jump and catch. So it all depends on the basic character of people. That's it. There is nothing like that. That is only to say that you tend to become slower because the mirror is there. There is an operation research problem. How to make somebody slower. Keep a mirror in front, especially girls. Then every activity which you do becomes slower. So that is why parents will tell these small tricks of getting you away from that. But in your house, near the dining table, there is a mirror. You don't look into that mirror and waste time. Otherwise also you are very slow eater. Yeah, Ashi.
Sir, Ashi had a question.
Yeah, Ashi.
Ashi had a question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, astrology can also be used to determine a person's aura and personality, right?
Slowly. Again.
Astrology can also be used to determine someone's aura.
Astrology, aura relationship may not be there. Astrology looks at your manas, buddhi, body, anandam, spirituality, interaction, all that separately. I have a learned astrologer. I have learned from great gurus. Ganida Jodisha Chakravarti Jyodir Bhushanam is my guru. He got mathematics and astrology Bhushanam awards. But you can predict it from some other style, but relationship, anything which is predicted together, you can relate, that's it. Otherwise, in astrology, aura is never mentioned. It is called Horashastram. Horashastram is Ha to Ra. All alphabets are finished there, that's what it says. That means start to end, everything is there in astrology. That's a great science.
Could I ask another question?
Yeah.
There's hand reading, like they read the.
Yeah, I told you whenever the energy flows, I told you the hand represents you. Therefore, lot of energy flow happens in the hand. Because hand is that what represents you. I have already explained. Therefore, all our thoughts have got a reflection in the hand. So, if you know how to read hand, probably few things can be told. That means you are a stabilized person, you have got a lot of tension, all that can be said. But not looking at that, how many wives you will have, how many children you have. That's all fun. Okay, how much studies you will have. And if you are a very, very strong person, you can change this hand reading up to 21 years. That means up to 18 years to 21 years. It keeps changing.
Yeah.
After that, it gets stabilized. Yeah, line changes. That means your thought process which is there inside you runs through this and then changes in your hand. That's what happens. There are two places where it moves and then make lines. This is one. Under the feet also it makes. There are lines under the feet. So hand and feet both are same, but people don't see hand. And this is one antenna for your body. The ear is one antenna for your body. So there the energy flows and goes inside you. And that lines will come in the hand based on the stable person. So that's why I said your hand has got the astrology chart is there in the hand itself. Good enough?
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pujaris who go with the Lord Jagannath idols, the big ones that they do as a festival, they usually treat the Jagannath idol as a friend. So is it because they're spiritual or like they just try to show
the priest himself is powerful or the god is powerful? There is a big question. If I am doing puja, I am calling the Bhagavan to come and sit here in front of me. I am inviting God, and then after the puja I am doing Udvahanam. Udvahanam means I am sending the God away. So if I can call somebody and bring in front of me, the priest has to be powerful than God, right? So that means the priest and God are related together. It's only Sankalpa. So it is the Sankalpa which makes the difference. That's what Yamini also had a question, right? How mantra can change. With beautiful mantras, I can change a stone to Shiva. And with a Shivalinga or maybe a statue which has got considered as Shiva, with all the amantra, I can change this Shiva to a stone also. Because if I do lot of mistakes, the mantra is all useless and waste, the God will disappear from there. Shilo Bhavati Shankaraha. The Shila will become, a stone will become Shankara based on my puja. Anything more? Or shall we call it a day? Sahu is happy? Yamini is happy?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm happy. Sir, I'm always happy listening to you.
Anything more?
It's a great pleasure.
Anything more to ask? I used to ask a lot of questions to my Guru. That's how I learned. And when I reached the Kailas, I asked him, how did Shankara came here? And when I chant something, I'll ask him, where is the mistake? So,
I'll have it, sir, I'll take a different interview altogether about with you only, about your life experience.
anytime.
That I'll prepare some questions and I'll
Definitely.
discuss with you. And
I had
that may be
one
one
last
session we can discuss.
Yeah, happy.
Can energy change age?
Yeah, it as we become matured, energy can change. That is why the 7-year-old child, when somebody has got a huge energy, which the different spiritual energy, they are taken to become Shankara. Shankara Math and all will select with Pidam. The Shankara Pidam selection happens based on their horoscope and all that. Some people will get it, some people don't have it. As they reach there with the satsang, it keeps increasing. But there are some people, they lose it also sometime. If you have a bad satsang, definitely you will lose them. There are places where there are like a drainage. You stay there for some time, you lose the whole energy. You fall sick. So if you have a good energy, good people, and it's like a dynamo and the principle. The more you take circumambulation in a temple, definitely the temple gets energy. Similarly, around you there are a lot of good people, you get a good energy. Right? You cannot preserve them, but you can densify that with a lot of time, like a fungus getting into a stone. No, over a day it doesn't come. You know how salagram is got? Many people do puja to salagram. You know how salagram is made?
Salagram, yes.
The salagram, if you break a salagram, inside that you will get a small maybe any worm or maybe some dead some flies or something like that only will be there. Maybe scorpion, maybe fish, anything could have been dead. It has got a small saliva. The sand gets attached to that over hundreds of years, it becomes a salagram. If you break a salagram, some spiral ones, you can see beautiful structure inside. Got it? So, how does it get attached to that? Because one sand will come and get attached, another sand will come and get attached, it gets polished, another sand will come and get polished. For over of years, it will look like a smooth granite thing, which will be very stable. Otherwise, it is sand. With the sand, will you be able to make such a stone? Manually, it is impossible. But over a period in Gandaki river, that is where maximum salagrams are seen. Because of the flow, the pattern in which the sand gets this sticking power. Similarly, the aura, even we are in a very stormy situation, very difficult situation, over a period of time for hundreds of years, it gets stuck to us. But if you have a good satsanga people, 10 years is good enough. Okay, with whom you are associated. We are all like a sharp-edged stone in life. There are some aura, somewhere it is large, somewhere it is low, so it doesn't have a smooth aura. It may have sharp edges, but when we hit with somebody else, what will happen? The sharp edge will cut and go, and then it gets a smooth fashion. It's like a rolling stone in a river will have a smooth surface, right? So every one of us will have a densified aura associated with so smooth where we can mix with many people. Only when over a period of time. That's what will happen. That's what I mean by the frequency level and all that. So we will stop here. 1 hour 45 minutes, I think. Good enough.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See
Thank
you.
you, sir.
See you soon. See you soon. See you soon sometime.
Thank you.
Thank you.